by Joanneg, Patricia, and Doreen. Welcome to you all.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right. I'll be giving the floor to Doreen. Doreen, could you please introduce yourself? Thank you.
I'm Doreen Kekana, the treasurer of the National Association of English Teachers of South Africa.
Oh, great.
The name national, that, okay. Yeah. I'm not yet introducing the association.
Okay, so happy to have you here. I'm going to give the floor to Patricia. Patricia, could you please introduce yourself? Hello, Patricia. I'll be giving the floor to Joanneg. Joanneg, could you please introduce yourself?
Thank you very much, sir. My name is Joanneg Sefadi, an English teacher in South Africa. And in the National Association of English Teachers, I'm the publicity secretary. Thank you very much.
All right. Now I'm back to Patricia. Patricia, are you with us?
No, maybe she's having connection problems.
Okay, so Patricia is, yes.
I'm still here.
Okay, you have the floor, Patricia. Could you please introduce yourself? Okay, she's still having problem. So we have then Doreen, the treasurer of the National Association of English Teachers of South Africa. We have Joanneg, who is also part of the staff members of the association. Patricia is back. Patricia, could you please introduce yourself?
I am the Deputy President of the National Association of English Teachers of South Africa.
Oh, great. Well, I'm going to give the floor to Joanneg. Joanneg, could you please tell us a little bit about the National Association of English Teachers of South Africa? When was that association created, and what? Tell us about the association. You have the floor.
Thank you very much, sir, and everyone who is watching this presentation. Our association is called National Association of English Teachers of South Africa, NAETSA in short. And this association, this is an association for all teachers of English in all levels of education in the country. And I have to mention that it was officially launched by the Minister of Basic Education, Mrs. Angie Motshekga, on the 1st of March 2019 in Pretoria. Even though it has to be noted that there are provinces that had been far ahead as far as the formation of English Association is concerned. We can talk about provinces like the Eastern Cape that has the oldest association, and it was followed by the Free State, and other provinces followed thereafter. And the objectives of this association, if I may take it further, includes, among others, to create a platform for teachers of English to meet and share best practices in order to enhance the teaching and learning of English as a subject in the country. Also to serve as a professional development structure to teachers that can encourage teachers to embark on researches on subject matters in order to come up with the most latest innovations that can boost the performance of English as a subject in the country. The association should also pave the way for teachers to both personal and professional development through participation in conferences and seminars, workshops, and exchange programs, both locally and internationally. Obviously, the interaction with the international world will consequently better their skills and knowledge of the subject they are teaching. That's in short what is all about the English Teachers Association of South Africa.
All right, thank you, Mr. Schwanet. I'm now back to Doreen. Doreen, I could see that your association is a new association, and I would like to know why you put into place such an association. Yes, you have a floor.
Thank you. We put into place this association to bring English teachers together and to be able to share frustrations that we meet in the classrooms as teachers of English in the country. We have since realized that our country, South Africa, is a multi-racial and multilingual country. So one teacher at a given time comes across challenges in terms of unpacking the teaching of English to quite a number of learners who are from different languages. As a result, we decided that because what we have realized is that the department is only mostly concentrating on the curriculum part of it, the methodology part of it. The teachers need to
Like we having a connection problem. Doreen, are you back? Hello? Hello, Doreen.
We have realized that
all right, good. We're going back to Patricia. Patricia, I know that you have already conducted some activities since the creation of your association. And could you please share with us a little bit about those activities you have already conducted? Patricia, you have the floor and you are free to even share your screen concerning activities.
Unfortunately, I won't be able to share my screen because I have a problem with my connection. As a result, I had to switch off my laptop and I'm now currently using my phone, but I'll try to respond to the question. As Shaneng has indicated before that this association was launched last year.
This connection.
Hello? Hello?
Yes, you have a floor. You have a floor.
Oh, I thought you are not able to hear me. Since it was launched last year, we never had the executive committee. The executive committee was only brought into office on the 21st of February this year. And before then, there were no national activities that took place. But what I can share with you is, as a national association, we were invited by the United States to go to America to be part of the exchange program there, where we all learned a lot from the American people, like skills to do with restorative justice and collaborative learning. Those that we are able to even use at our own workplaces that can assist us in making sure that learning and teaching take place as we'd expect to. Like I have said, because we only got into office on the 21st of February this year, there's not much that we have done so far, but currently what we are doing is working together with higher institutions of learning, where they offer assistance where possible. And when coming or looking at development of teachers, there are programs that we are trying to assist with, assist the department, because we fall under the Department of Education. So we make sure that whatever program or project that is brought forth, we make sure that it runs smoothly. For example, the previous week, we have been having teachers who have been trained in EGRS or RSP, which is the Reading Support Project, which encourages and motivates teachers to teach reading so that learners are able to read questions, to read comprehension passages and be able to respond to questions as they are expected to. We also have PSRIP, which is also promoting the reading within our country, where learners are also being assisted by teachers who have been trained in making sure that reading and language as a subject is being done to benefit learners as much as possible. Again, also, we are still advocating our association as it is still new. So whenever we get a platform, as we move around the country or our provinces, we then make sure that whoever we meet or we come across, we make them aware of the association so that they can all benefit from the association. Thank you.
Okay, yes, among your activities, you talk about the promotion of reading, and I would like to have more elaboration on that activity. So Patricia, could you tell us how you promote that reading in your association? Thank you.
Okay, based on the assessment, summative assessment that was done in 2016, which is PEARLS, it was found out that learners are not reading with comprehension. They are able to read, but they cannot respond to questions that they are given after reading. And as a result, there was a project that was brought into place, which is EGRS, Early Grade Reading Project, wherein teachers are being trained on how to teach reading skills, making sure that whatever they do in class is benefiting learners and they are able to comprehend and be able to be critical and readers who will be able to engage with any reading piece that they come across. Teachers within grade 1 to 3 are being trained every semester before the beginning of the third term, or maybe the first term at the beginning of the year. And after that, they are then given material, LTSM, their lesson plans, they are given the worksheets, resource packs, so that they don't have much time or they don't spend much time in preparing for that particular lesson for the day. So they are being supported by being given those materials so that when they go to class, they have a better understanding of how to teach reading and what exactly are they supposed to do. And those resource packs and the worksheets that they are given, they make it easier for them, because you'll find that in some areas, teachers are not first language speakers of the language, which is English, and yet they expect to perform miracles. So those activities from the resource packs, from the worksheets that they are given, they simplify everything for the teachers. And as we move around and check or monitor whatever is being done, we find that teachers really enjoy using the materials that they are being supplied with within our country. That is for EGRS and also for PSRIP. Thank
All right.
you.
All right. So I guess that your association was launched in last February, and I would like us to look into the future.
Yes.
And you know that this discussion is all about personal, professional, and leadership discussion. And I would like Doreen to come back again and tell us what is your future I mean, for the professional development of your members, how are you going to put into place some activities, professional activities that will be catchy to your members? Doreen, you have the floor.
Hello. Yes. We have already put. Can you hear me? We have already put plans in place.
Okay.
In our province, per se, the Gauteng province, we have a collaboration with Wits University.
Okay.
To train our teachers in the actual teaching of the English language. And the ones that shall have been chosen will be cascading information downwards, say from the province to the districts, and from the districts to the circuits and to the professional learning communities. So the plan is to deal with aspects of language as they are needed by teachers in the classrooms. Things like teaching reading and teaching writing, because those reading is a receptive skill and writing is a productive skill. So we would like our children to be able to be writers of tomorrow and be able to produce journals and whatever. And we are also thinking of organizing symposia and conferences whereby we'll be training teachers on how to deal with the aspects that are frustrating them in teaching English in the classrooms.
All right, so you said your professional future activity will be organizing symposia and training teachers for conferences. Great. Now, when will be your first symposium and your first conference as a National Association of English Teachers of South Africa? Could you tell us when you're organizing these activities? Doreen, you still have a floor.
In actual fact, last year we started as a province training teachers for implementation the first year this term. And we were planning to review our training in the second term, and COVID happened. So we have put everything aside for next year because we are no longer allowed to have mass gatherings.
Okay, Shwane, I'm back to you. You all members of the staff of the association, and my question to you is to know how you yourself as a member or as members of your association, you develop yourself. How do you develop yourself personally and professionally? You as members of National Association of English Teachers of South Africa. Shwanek, you have the floor.
I beg your pardon, sir?
I would like to know how you develop yourself personally and professionally, okay, as members of your staff association.
Thank you very much.
You
yes.
have
Okay, thank you very much. In terms of the personal development and professional development, let me start with the professional development. I think one way of achieving professional development is to make sure that we as an association, we organize workshops, we organize seminars, we organize conferences like my colleagues have just said. This is where we are going to equip our teachers with the latest innovations that can assist them in their classrooms. we have just been affected by the COVID-19 pandemic, because would be far ahead with these plans. And personally, I think I have to make sure that I stand up and I participate, I take part in every activity that takes place. For instance, if there is any research to be made, I have to make sure that I take part in those researches. And I also collaborate with my colleagues across the country and even internationally. We share good practices. I have a good example of this, because in the most recent one, where I was engaged in the teachers exchange program in the US, I met a number of people there, and I am pleased to mention one of them, Professor Dr. Cavallo, who assisted me a lot personally, because he pushed me to write a poem on Nelson Mandela's Day on the 18th of June. And I wrote a poem about him. And this poem has been published by Center for African Studies in the Cape Verde, and it has been translated into more than 12 languages as we speak. Yeah, and you can see that personally, I've been pushed by my colleagues in the association, and even people just outside, friends that I met in the US.
Okay, well, back to Patricia. How many members do you have now in your association, Patricia? And how are you motivating them to stay? And which incentive measures you put into place so that other members, other people, other teachers of English could join easily your association? Patricia, you have the floor.
Unfortunately, for now, I'm not able to give you the exact number of how many members we have, due to the fact that, like we indicated earlier, we only got into office on the 21st of February this year. And just after that, we are then faced with this pandemic. And as a result, we were not able to meet or to have face-to-face meetings. And as a result, we have not yet completed some of the things that we wanted to do. But for now, what I can say is that we try to make sure that whatever we do, we try to make sure that our teachers are always happy, by making sure that we make language accessible to them, by giving them opportunities that are there. And we also promote that by making that, as we invite them, we give them some incentives, like to say we were able to communicate or to have a memorandum of understanding with the local universities, and they are able to offer us bursaries. If you are in the membership, then they can give you a bursary. That will be dealt with in future, because for now, we have not yet registered any national members except for provincial membership.
Okay, Patricia, could you now come back to that third aspect of the question? I mean, those incentive measures. Okay, Patricia is not, is disconnected. I'll go back to Doreen. Doreen.
Hello.
Yeah, Patricia, are you back?
I'm having a problem with connectivity this side.
I'm very sorry. So I was asking you to tell me those incentive measures you are putting into place in order to attract more members in your association.
Okay. What we normally do is to get in contact with publishers around our country. So whenever we have maybe a workshop or symposium, we invite them to come and give some presentations. And as they come, they then give them some tokens of appreciation, like wall watches, like diaries, dictionaries that they can take to their respective schools. And also, we are able to negotiate with our local universities so that they can give them bursaries that they can use. So as a member of, at this level of a provincial association, you are able to be given a bursary to further your studies once you are an association member. So those are some of the incentives that we have managed to get for our members in trying to motivate and attract them to join the association. We also try to do researches in trying to find out what could be the problem or challenges that teachers are encountering within their respective schools, so that at the end we give them results of what we were able to research about, and we were able to get feedback from whatever we would have researched about. And that will be something that
Yes, we have lost again Patricia. I'll go back to Shoanek. Shoanek, so we were discussing about those measures that your association is putting into place to attract more members. Will you please carry on this?
Oh, thank you so much. The other thing that we always make sure that people, our members get when they attend our meetings or our workshops is to make sure that we talk about the access to resources. They are sure that once they are there, like Patricia said earlier, once they are there, and then we have invited maybe the publishers or people from the institutions of higher learning, they always provide them with the teaching resources that they are going to use in their schools.
All right, I'll go to, yes, Doreen. Yes, it is not easy to run an association, and you know, you are a new association. Is more, you're going to have many challenges, and I would like to know what are those predictive challenges you think you will be having, and how are you going to face these challenges? Doreen, you have the floor.
The challenges that I think we'll experience is with regard to learners that come from other countries. We are actually experiencing a child comes from Congo languages and they don't know English at all. And you find that the child is not in the foundation phase, in the grade 1, 2, 3, where the child can begin to be taught phonics and understand the language. So we already have that's not what we're anticipating. And how do we deal with it? We create extra lessons for those learners, and we're able to go to the teachers who are teaching lower grades to assist the teachers who are teaching higher grades with the work that they can use in order to introduce those learners in the language, for them to be able to understand the language and be able to learn. Because English from grade 4 in our country is a language of learning and teaching. So if a learner comes from somewhere and the learner does not understand that language, English as a language, it becomes a challenge for the teacher to do that. But we're able to work in conjunction with the teachers in lower classes to assist us. And this is what we also share when we are in meetings and workshops on how to deal with such challenges.
All right, I'll be.
Flavius?
Yes, I'll be back to Schwaneg. Schwaneg, yes, could you tell us more about those challenges, those predictive challenges you may be facing in the future, and how are you going to remedy to face these challenges? Schwaneg, you have the floor.
Thank you very much. If I understand your question very well, is based on the challenges that we are facing as an association, maybe to achieve our objectives. And the first one that one would think of is of finances. That being a young association, we need money for the meetings, we need money for the resources, we need money for a number of things that we think we need in order to make sure that the association is functional. So that is the biggest challenge of finances. The other one that we are facing right now is of the unions. The subject associations in South Africa is not a well-known thing. People are used to the unions that are much more concerned with the labor relations. But now we come with these subject associations, and people think we want to do away with their unions. We want to destroy their unions because it's like we are taking their members. So in all these, maybe to start with the first challenge of finances, I think we have to stand up and make sure that we raise funds, make sure that we meet our partners that are willingly to assist us as far as finances are concerned. And on the issue of the unions, I think we have to dig deep. We have to go down to the grassroots level, the PLCs level, the district level, and the circuit levels and provincial levels, whereby we introduce ourselves to the teachers that we are not going to destroy the unions. Basically, we are far different from the unions. We are just subject oriented. So they should know us as that. And I think if they can, we can explain or express ourselves much better, they will understand that this is an association that is subject oriented.
And what about that challenge of finance? How are you going to face this?
Like I said, membership is one way of making sure that we do away with that challenge. But we can also organize seminars and conferences where teachers will join and they pay, or members will pay for the conferences and the seminars. And we find other ways of raising funds, like maybe we print T-shirts and caps, and we also talked to our partners, maybe to assist us with the resources that maybe we can sell to the members with the lower prices, so that at the end of the day we have money in our account.
Oh, great. So you're talking of partners, and I have a question on that. And this question will be addressed to Patricia. Patricia, how many partners do you have now?
For now, we are working very close with the British Council and the United States of America. Like I have indicated earlier, when we went to America for the exchange program in January, the USA was the one funding the program with everything. And they are also even able to sponsor for the symposiums, for the workshops that we want to have around our country. And even the British Council, we had a meeting, I think about 2 weeks ago, where we were discussing issues of funding in programs that we would want to be engaged with in the near future. We also have SACE, which is assisting us also in developing teachers and making sure that whatever teachers are doing, it is something that is useful and that will also develop teachers by making sure that the quality of the training that is being given to teachers is also going to benefit teachers, and they'll be able to get points for that training that they'll be given. So we have the British Council, we have DBE as our mother body, we have the USA, we have embassy, we also have SACE that are also assisting us in making sure that whatever we come up to develop teachers within our country, they are able to support, as long as we give them valid reasons why we want to engage in such programs that we'll be having on the table.
Okay, and could you please tell us more about your relationship? I'm talking of collaboration between your association and your government. What is the relation like? Patricia?
Okay, when Doreen introduced this association at the beginning, she said that the British Council, in collaboration with DBE, had about 7 years of engagement in trying to make sure that the country, South Africa, starts an association that will be able to assist teachers. So I believe that that clearly shows that our government has interest of learners and teachers of their country. That is why they saw it fit that we should have an association that will make sure that it supports teachers, and it also makes sure that whatever that is happening at schools, they are able to account for that. As a result, they make sure that professionalism that is being given to teachers is of a higher standard. Whatever we do as an association, we must make sure that our government is aware of, because we have to report to them. And since it was a movement that, or an association that was started by government, they are they are aware of whatever we do as an association.
So you think you have a very good and fruitful collaboration between your association and the government?
Yes, I would say that, because if there was no good collaboration between the two of us, the minister wouldn't have started and supported the initiative of this association at the beginning. And that is why they saw it fit that it should be launched, so that at the end, we are able to have teachers being developed on a continuous basis, making sure that learner performance also is being improved, and teachers are also able to own up to their professional development through the support of NAESA.
All right, back again to Doreen. Doreen, yeah, I just want to hear your view about the nature of collaboration you are having with your partners. Patricia has just enumerated some of your partners, and I just want you to tell us the nature of collaboration. Do you think you are having good collaboration? Why? Or do you think the collaboration should be improved again, and why? Have a floor.
We have a partner in British Council. British Council is assisting the country in training teachers through SIPELT, giving them SIPELT certificates. They target holidays, and they train teachers on how to teach. And British Council is financing almost all of the activities of NAESA. So that the collaboration is good in that effect. We also have, as Patricia has mentioned, the South African Council of Educators, which is also assisting in financing some of the activities that NAESA is to organize. It is just unfortunate that we could not continue with our plans, but we know we have friends in British Council, in SACE, and also in the National Department of Education. Remember, as an organization, an association, we have been created because the Department of Basic Education was responding to one of the pointers of the development plan of the country. There was a need that such an association is to be formed. And hence we have a full support of our current collaborations, yes.
All right, you know that this panel discussion is followed by many participants over the world, nationally as well as internationally. And they have sent us many questions that I would like us to start exploring. Shwanek, the first question is someone who would like to know, to check, okay, if those programs, okay, that you putting in place are funded by the department, or are you self-funding the organizational programs? This is the first question, and this is addressed to Shwanek.
Thank you very much, sir. So far, we haven't started with the opening of the account where, in fact, let me say we don't have funds at all right now. As we said that our association is still young. So everything up until now is sponsored by the Department of Basic Education with its partners. Like Doreen has just said that the British Council and SACE, South African Council of Educators, and other partners are the ones that are ensuring that when we want to have meetings and we are able to do so. So up until now, we are still depending on the Department of Basic Education and its partners.
All right, the second question is to Patricia, and someone would like to know, I would like to know what kind of help as far as professional development is concerned has your association brought to English teachers during COVID-19?
I did not get that clearly.
Well, some of our participants would like you to tell, to explain what kind of help, professional development help you have brought to your members during COVID-19.
Okay, during COVID-19, there were some training that was taking place online, especially because curriculum that we use now had to be trimmed. Now teachers had to be trained using virtual training platforms, where teachers were now brought into understanding of how learning and teaching should take place, especially because for 2020, term 2 was not, learners did not go to school. So during that time when teachers were at home, or during the time of lockdown where teachers were at home, they were being made aware of some of the changes that they will have to implement when they go back to school. For example, making sure that the curriculum that is being covered, or that will be covered when learners go back to school, will be the curriculum that will be able to take learners to the next grade, and making sure that they perform as expected in preparation for the next grade. And also, those materials that were being developed by DBE and also with the assistance and participation of the subject advisors, were then taken to teachers to make sure that they receive such materials. This past week, especially because now we were still on level 2, lockdown level 2, primary school teachers for grade 1 to 3 have been trained on those trimmed ATPs for grade 1 to 3 in making sure that as learners go back to school, they will then be able to teach as they are expected to, so that they don't end up leaving some of the important things that need to be covered for learning and teaching for 2020.
All right, back to Dorian. Yes, you said that you organizing some professional activities and some conferences too. And during conferences, members will be participating, paying some contribution. And well, someone would like to know that, okay, if you make your members, those members participate by paying some money, don't you think that this will decrease? This will, I mean, members will be reluctant to come and attend your activities. So what do you think about this question?
I don't think that members will be reluctant, because we will be telling the members, we will be unpacking what is going to be done at the conferences, the topics that are going to be covered. And members will be attending mainly because they have interest in acquiring knowledge and the requisite skills in the areas that will be unpacked at the conference. And South Africans don't like freebies. They like to pay for their education. And we strongly believe that they'll be able to pay for attending the conferences and in turn learn.
Yes, definitely. No contribution, no organization. Even if you have some partners, members, and yes, should participate and chip on. Otherwise, no way. Yes, thank you for your answer. Now you said somewhere that you are organizing now you have already organized some professional training, and someone would like to know who does the training of teachers and how the professional development program is organized. The question is to Shwanek.
Thank you very much. It has to be noted that amongst ourselves, we have got a lot of expertise and people with experiences that can do that job. On top of that, like I said, that we are working together with the institutions of higher learning. We can also outsource from the universities and colleges, so that we get people that can come and assist our educators. And we also have subject advisors in different provinces, different districts, that can also play a part in the training.
Okay, good. Well, someone also would like to know what kind of help, okay? Yes, this question is already explored. Yes, which qualifications do the bursary incentive cover? Which qualifications do the bursary incentives cover? The question is to Patricia.
Thank you, Flavin. When I went to the university myself to inquire about this one, they take it for granted that teachers either have diplomas or degrees, undergraduate diplomas. degrees. So what they said is they will be willing to fund for maybe an honors degree, where then teachers will be given a bursary of about 15,000 Rand for a year. And when you do a master's degree, you'll then be given about 25,000 Rand for that particular year. And I don't know if they will be they are able to fund for the undergraduate qualification, because I did not inquire about that one. As they said, they will be interested in making sure that the current teachers are being developed and assisted in being professional.
All right. Well, Doreen, Shoanek and Patricia, we tended toward the end of this discussion. And what is your fear? What are you afraid about as staff members of National Association of English Teachers of South Africa? What are you afraid about? Shoanek?
Wow, what am I afraid of?
Yeah.
Maybe the first one would be, I'm afraid if it can happen that as an association, we are not able to achieve our goals and objectives. I don't want to see that. The other one, that I'm afraid of, is to see us failing to be an answer to the challenges that the Department of Basic Education is facing in the teaching and learning of English. Because I think we have to make sure that we become an answer to all those challenges, especially as English is the language of teaching. So if we can make sure that we achieve our first goal, to make sure that the performance of English is good, then even other subjects are going to benefit. Lastly, what do I have? The thing is, I know that with the determination and the expertise that we have amongst ourselves, I'm sure that we are going to achieve our goals. Thank you very much. This one is very tricky.
Okay. Great. Yes. Now you guys, you here, and you have one running your association and making effort here and there. Now, how are you preparing tomorrow in terms of those who replace you? Do you have any any mentorship program to prepare future leaders to successfully replace you tomorrow? Doreen, you have the floor.
I believe that every association needs to have a succession program.
Yes. So, okay, Patricia, you may carry on before Doreen comes back. Yes.
Okay. As we are busy engaging and going to begin. Can't you hear me?
Patricia.
Hello?
Yes, Patricia. Yes, you have the floor. Which kind of measures are you putting into place to prepare future leaders of your association?
Okay. This will take me to our mission as an association, where it is clearly indicated that we have provision of mentoring sessions to English language teachers through the utilization of expertise from local schools within our provinces and even as a nation at large. So by so doing, it means whenever because we are to be in office for 3 years, within that 3 years' time, we'll be having mentorship training where teachers will be trained to become better leaders so that they are able to take over from us. And also from our provinces, we are moving around the country, visiting our provincial structures in making sure that leadership is being done accordingly as we expect, and also because they are being guided by the national constitution. So whatever they do at provincial level, we make sure that it addresses what the national constitution expects them to do. So in that way, it will become easier for us as national structure to hand over to members who will be then taking over from us to be part of the national structure, because they would have been mentored and coached by the national structure while at provincial structure.
Okay, we're going to move to your last word, and I'll start from Shwane. Shwane, what is your last word toward the future of your association?
Okay, thank you very much. My last words would be that we are here as an association, and we are here to assist our educators, and we are here to be an answer to all the challenges and frustrations that they are facing in their classrooms. And I just want to thank you for this opportunity. It is the first time, and I can't wait for the second time. Thank you very much.
All right, so thank you for thanking Africa TESOL. Doreen, what is your last word? I know that you have some connection problem, but it is okay. Your last words.
It is a pleasure for me to participate in this program, and we are looking forward as an association to finish up the administrative responsibilities that are awaiting us. And we are hopeful that after that, NAETSA will be a force to be reckoned with. Thank you very much.
Wow.
And Patricia,
Okay, thank you. I think as an association, we acknowledge the fact that language offers access to learning and worldwide opportunities. And we therefore commit ourselves to promoting the achievement of English proficiency by all learners, in which in turn it will impact positively to all learning outcomes within our country. So it is our responsibility as an association to make sure that all that has been, I have said, is then done so that at the end as a country, we are able to achieve our outcomes. Thank you.
Well, so you have just followed Africa TESOL personal professional leadership panel, leadership development panel discussion. And as you can all know, today Africa TESOL has features the staff members of the National Association of English Teachers of South Africa. And they were represented by Shwane, Doreen, and Patricia. As a conclusion, this association is a new association, and the members have hope and think that tomorrow will be better. So thank you all, and we keep in touch and see you to another meeting, another discussion, and bye-bye.
Thank you
Thank
so
you
much.
and bye-bye.
Thank you, bye-bye.